You know what's up, it's time to react. I'm just alright. Let's vibe it out, drop it in the chat. Yeah, just like that. Say something nice to me, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Shanae. Let me know what you think of the video. Just leave a comment down below why a lot of people are not dating, and I'm one of those people. I'm not dating. I don't want to date. I'm good. Let's watch this together.
I literally just hopped out of a moving car because I was on the date from hell. Okay, like when I tell you I didn't even wait for this man to pull over, he was over an hour late.
Okay, first off, I know the video just started, but she says she jumped out of a moving vehicle. Well, I hope she's okay, but that is crazy. Like, let's see why she had to do that.
For our date. Over an hour late to our date. I should have known then to just cancel the shit because you're not respecting my time. However, I overlooked it because I'm like, oh my God, I've known this person since high school, and he's communicating with me, letting me know like, hey, I'm going to be, this amount of minutes late. Like, he's calling me, texting me, letting me know what's up because there's traffic. We live here in LA. Shit happens. He's coming off work, whatever. So I was cool with it. I was like, all right, cool. You're being communicative. Like, I'll still continue the date. He comes to pick me up over an hour late. And when I get in the car, we hug. Hey, nice to see you. Haven't seen you.
She talked fast. What would you do if someone was like over an hour late for a date? Would you still go? You ready to go? You hyped up? You all excited? And I know for me, like as the time passes, I'm not as excited anymore. And you're just sitting there dressed and ready to go. All your enthusiasm is just gone. But let's continue.
In a while, like, good to see you, right? And then I let him know, like, hey, like you're an hour late. I literally just hopped out of a moving car because I was on the date from hell. Okay, like when I tell you I didn't even wait for this man to pull over, he was over an hour late for our date. Over an hour late to our date. I should have known then to just cancel the shit because you're not respecting my time. However, I overlooked it because I'm like, oh my God, I've known this person since high school, and he's communicating with me, letting me know like, hey, I'm going to be, this amount of minutes late. Like, he's calling me, texting me, letting me know what's up because there's traffic. We live here in LA. Shit happens. He's coming off work, whatever. So I was cool.
Okay, well, he did communicate that to her. It's not like she doesn't know. I understand you can still be upset when someone's communicating that to you. I'll put it to you like this. If they're communicating with me, that's fine. Even if they're going past the time because they are showing the respect of communicating with me. That's up to you at that moment to say, you know what, maybe another time. Right then and there, that's up to you. This is my opinion. I'm not saying what she's saying is wrong. I'm just saying this is my opinion. That's totally up to you and what you would like to do at that moment, in that moment. If I see that it's going past the time frame, I might say, you know what, let's reschedule, right?
So I was cool with it. I was like, all right, cool. You're being communicative. Like, I'll still continue the date. He comes to pick me up over an hour late. And when I get in the car, we hug. Hey, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Like, good to see you, right? And then I let him know, like, hey, like, you're an hour late. Like, next time, like, please don't show up so late because, like, I won't, like, go on a date. Like, I was being firm. I wasn't being a bitch. I wasn't being condescending. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't being aggressive. None of that shit. I was just letting him know, like, hey, I'm a very punctual person. My time is valuable to me. And if you're going to tell me you're going to be here at 6 o'clock, don't show up past 6. Okay, don't show up at especially 7 o'clock an hour later. And do you know that this...
And once again, don't get mad at me. You find it disrespectful because some people find it disrespectful. Some people don't. They'll still go through with it, no issues. But some people, I do get it. They find it disrespectful. This is up to me. I find it disrespectful if you don't communicate it to me at all. Like I'm ready to go and then you say nothing to me. And then when it comes close to that time, then you don't want to go anymore. That is disrespectful because that's happened to me recently to where there was actually a family member that we were all supposed to go out to eat. I was ready, already dressed, about to go out the door, mind you. The person never said, my family member, she never said, it's supposed to be like a group thing. She never said to me, oh, I'm running a little late, or, I'll let you know if I'm still going or not. Nothing. I'm just ready to go, excited. Didn't eat for the whole day because we were supposed to go out to eat. I think that's even worse. And then she tells me the last, I would say 30 to 25 minutes, she tells me she's not going anymore. To me, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful because You didn't tell me nothing before then, because this is 25 to 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes before the reservation. So what if I had left and went to the location thinking that we were still going? Because it takes a while, about like 25 to 30 minutes to get there. So I was about to head out because I didn't hear anything. And then at the last minute, my family member tells me, oh, she's not going anymore. So you had the whole day, the whole day, the whole day. And you decide to tell me at the last minute. That's what I find disrespectful. This young lady, I get it, but he's communicating that to her. He's like, okay, I might be a little late, and he's a little late. You already know he's running late. Even if he goes past the time that he told you he was going to be there for, you already know he's running late. It's not a surprise. I was just blindsided. I didn't know. There was no communication at all. So at least he is communicating with you, sis. Right? What y'all think? He is communicating that to you. You can't be that upset. It's either you want to, now it's on you. You want to go or you don't. That's it. And he can't get mad if you decide, no, you don't want to go anymore.
And do you know that this man turned his car around? Like, I'm taking you back home. Like, who do you think you are telling me that I can't be late, pick you up to a date? I drove 30 minutes to pick you up, and I paid for these tickets and blah, 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 blah. And who do you think you are? Who the do I think I am, sir? Like, this is why they warn you, don't ever date the person that has chased you for a long time, that has wanted you for a long time, because they're usually crazy. I jumped out of a halfway moving car tonight because I could not get.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I get both sides. Again, it's nothing disrespectful to this young lady. But the man, I get it. He's like, I've been communicating with you. I don't know her tone. She said she wasn't disrespectful. So I'm going to go off what she said. She wasn't disrespectful, but she already know he's going to be late.
Because I could not get away from this man fast enough. And I left his door wide the open, and he like busts a bitch in the middle of the street, like peels off. What the
But jumping out the car is crazy. I mean, unless he was trying to hit you or something, jumping out is crazy. I would at least wait for the car to stop. And then I would say, you know what? If you don't mind, can you just at the next light, can you pull over and at the next light, can you pull over and, allow me to, remove myself from the car? I would try that first. I don't know the situation, but I'm not moving out of jumping out from a moving vehicle is crazy to me. You could seriously hurt yourself unless, like I said, if that's your only option, like you're fighting for your life, I get it. But if it's not as serious, like, that maybe you could wait until the next corner and politely say, you know what, I do apologize, but do you mind, the next corner, the next light, if you could just pull over and I'll just, get an Uber or a taxi, thank you for everything, and go your merry way. Say the nicest thing you can say in order for you to not get unalived and to go on with your merry way, but to jump out of a moving a moving car, if it's not like, if it wasn't threatening, to your life, to me, it's just like over the top. Like, it can cause more damage and harm to you again. If it's life threatening, I get it. But if it's not life threatening, please don't jump out of a moving vehicle, because you could seriously hurt yourself, especially if it's like oncoming traffic, or the you get ran over with the tire. Like, it's just, please don't do that. Again, if it's not life threatening, please don't do that. If it can't wait until you get to the next light, the corner, for whomever you're with to pull you over, please do not jump from a car if it is not life threatening. That is over the top. But this is the craziest story I've heard. I can't imagine myself jumping out from a moving vehicle.
Goes off. what the is wrong with you men? Are you seriously mad because someone told you don't be an hour late to picking them up? The woman that you've been chasing for over 20 years finally gives you the time of day. I feel like this is one of those moments where he had it in his mind the whole time to play in my face because he wanted to get back at me from 20 years ago or something. Now, mind you, this is not an ex. I've never done anything to this man. I've never slept with him, never kissed him, never like curved him in any type of way, never played with this man's emotions. But I feel like because he didn't have access to me for over 20 years, when he finally got the opportunity, he wanted to like show me who's boss. Okay. Okay, I'm home. I'm safe. The man does not know where.
She feels like maybe he got upset because he was upset from years ago of him trying to get with her and her declining for whatever reason. I mean, that could be a reason why he's upset, but still, like, if it's just this much going on, y'all just shouldn't link up. Maybe that was a sign for y'all not to link up, because if y'all haven't linked up from 20 years or however many years it was, maybe that was a sign that you both are not supposed to link up. Sometimes it's a reason why people don't link up, and you find out and you're like, you know what? I wish I never got involved with this person. That could be a sign. And that's good. She made it home safe. She's eating her burger and fries. But yeah, sometimes there's reasons why. Sometimes it just never seems like a good time that you've ever, got with a person. Sometimes that's a blessing because you don't need to link with that person. Let's see what else she got to say.
The man does not know where I live. He does not have my address. He did not pick me up from my house. He did not watch me go home. I had him pick me up from a shopping center, right? I was in an Uber. I was going to Uber to where the date was, but he wanted to come pick me up. So I'm like, okay, you can pick me up, but you're not coming to my house. I don't care how long I've known you for. I just don't let people come to my house like that. It's a safety thing. And someone in the comment section said that like, oh, it was my fault he reacted the way he did because I was the one doing too much. He communicated to me that he was going to be late, so I should not have tried to check him. I was not trying to check him. I was merely establishing a boundary, saying, hey, I don't like when people are late. If it happens again, I'm just not going to go. That's not checking someone.
I mean, that's true as well. I mean, she has every right to voice her opinion if something she didn't like. In a nice tone, I would appreciate, I know you did communicate with me, and that's perfectly fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. But please just try not to, be a little late. And if so, maybe we could reschedule it for another time. She could have said something like that. She has every right to voice her opinion. She's the one that's waiting. So she's right.
Checking someone. That is letting them know what your standards are. He felt like he was being checked. He was being emotionally, immature, and he wanted to play in my face.
Depending on how her tone was, he probably was already just irritated, from wherever he was coming from, whatever he was doing. It was taking him so long to get to her that maybe he was just frustrated already. You know how you just be frustrated already, and then when someone says something to you, it's just like please. So maybe he was just, I'm not saying he's right, but maybe I don't know what his tone was, but maybe he just got upset. Like, listen, I had a long day. I'm taking you home because I'm not trying to hear this right now. Like, I already communicated to you, like, please just be quiet already. Like, I get that too, because sometimes that could be annoying. Like, you've already communicated something to somebody and then they're still nagging, depending how long it was going on. It all depends on your mood. Maybe he had a terrible day. You just don't know. So I get it. They both have valid points. I'm not taking one person's side over the other, but jumping out of the moving vehicle, that's crazy. If it's not life threatening, that's crazy. But they both have good, valid points here. I'm not going to lie, because I would have probably got irritated. Like, you know what? I'm just going to take you home. I'm taking you home. I don't know, depending on my mood, depending on what I went through that day, depending on how it was being said to me, like voiced to me, I would probably be like, I'm just going to take you home, and I'll just take the loss. And I know I'm one of those people. Like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good.
You know what the part about this whole situation is? I'm ovulating. I was gonna show him a good time.
Ladies, no. Fellas, no. Do not sleep with people. She was going to show him a good time. I'm not judging her at all. I'm just saying that's not a good idea. You're already upset with him showing up late, and that sleeping with people, that's just going to make things worse. Like, take your time. Do not just sleep with people, because I'm a strong believer when you sleep with people, you're exchanging demons with that person. Okay, you can laugh all you want, but you're doing an exchange here. So whatever demons that person is carrying, those demons are going to transfer to you. So you got to be extra careful. You just shouldn't be sleeping. Do not just be sleeping with people. Okay, don't do it. It's not a good thing. So I know she's probably joking, but even a joke, don't joke like that, because you don't want to put that out there for, some people to take your advice and go around sleeping with people. Like, don't do that. Honor your body, your temple, keep your body clean, your temple clean. But I know she's probably just joking anyways to make light of the situation, but please don't do that. I don't care if you're a man, don't do that. If you're a woman, definitely don't do that. But let's continue.
Oh well. Okay, God. Not today, God said. Do y'all know what words mean? Do y'all know the difference between press, chastise, antagonize, nagged? Do y'all know what those words mean, or y'all just say them? Y'all say those words in place of anytime somebody tries to establish a boundary and or hold somebody accountable. I can be cool with this man being late and still not like it in the same breath. I can be understanding to him maybe getting off work or being stuck in LA traffic and still not like it. The fact of the matter is,
That's another valid reason too. I mean, he probably was stuck in traffic. Next time he knows not to schedule something around when there's traffic. Try to schedule it at a later hour, or maybe time frame to where it's not as much traffic. But I get both of their points. They're both valid points. I get it.
still not like it. The fact of the matter is, this man told me he was going to be here at 6 o'clock and didn't show up until 7 o'clock. He hit me up. Okay, he hit me up at like 5 to let me know he was coming at 6:30. So that's the part where I was like, oh, he's communicating, 30 minutes, no problem. Then he hits me up at like 6:30 talking about he's getting off the freeway shortly. So I'm like, okay, he's just a couple minutes behind, and then doesn't pop up until 7 o'clock. So that's how it turned into an hour. I'm not sitting at a shopping center waiting for this man like a weirdo. I am at home. I waited for him to say I am pulling.
Okay, so she was at a shopping center waiting for him. Then I would have just went home, honestly. To be honest with you, I would have left, because I'm not just sitting at a shopping center unless I really wanted to go and I was understanding. It depends on your mood, so just go home, reschedule.
Say I am pulling up pretty much to call my Uber to get there. So he was not waiting for me no more than 2 minutes, if that. And to all the men saying he's the one who dodged a bullet, I don't care. Like, are you fucking serious? Any man that gets that emotionally charged over me trying to establish a boundary is not the man for me, and I don't want him anyway. So I'm not missing out on a thing. He never told me he was coming home from work late. He never told me that he was stuck in traffic. He never told me why he was running late. The math isn't mathing regardless. You are only less than 30 minutes away from me, and you still showed up over 30 minutes late. So what I'm guessing happened is he didn't even leave his house until damn near 6:30. That's how he ended up here at 7 o'clock. When he told me he was getting off the freeway, he was probably just getting on the freeway. And at that point, I'm doing a million other things. I'm not sitting around my house necessarily waiting for him. I didn't realize how much time had passed. Otherwise, I would have just been like, nah, forget it. I'm going to go another day. But I was excited to see him. I was very much so happy to see him. This wasn't no ugly man, no.
I get it. She was excited. She was already dressed. She wanted to see him. She was bored. She didn't have nothing else to do. That's just miscommunication. She jumped out of a moving vehicle. He did a U-turn with the skirt. Like it, they were both doing too much. They are not compatible. That was their date. That, I think that goes down in history as the worst date that I've heard. I can imagine you going on the first date and then you're jumping out of a moving vehicle. And the person is raising their voice at you and they're going like, that's too much. That's what?
No ugly man, no sideline man, no nothing like that. It just so happened every time we crossed paths as an adult, I was in a relationship or I just wasn't in the market to be dating him. He wasn't friend zone. He wasn't somebody that's undesirable or whatever other scenarios y'all are making up, because that is not the case. I'm attracted to him. He's not a loser. He's a tall guy, makes, decent money, good career. Like, it's none of those things that y'all are projecting onto me. And for the people saying, why did you even go if you have such a problem with timekeeping? Because this is LA and I recognize that people are humans. People make mistakes. Shit happens. The freeway happens. I'm giving this man an opportunity to be human. But in the same breath, I was expecting some kind of like apology or something, because even though he communicated the first time, the second time he never communicated that he was going to be an additional 30 minutes late. Okay, so that's where I take great issue in. And yes, I could have not gone, but I wanted to see him. It wasn't like a big deal, but I wanted to address it when I saw him, not over the phone, not by a text, like, hey, punctuality is really important to me. I want to communicate that so you know how serious it is. I had no idea that he was going to be a little bitch about it and shut down and make a U-turn in the middle of the street, damn near getting a ticket because he wanted to prove a point. That is unhinged. Just because you accept or tolerate a behavior does not mean that, one, you can't change your mind and be like, actually, I'm not okay with this. Let me say something. Or, hey, I'm not.
What y'all think? What would y'all have done?
I'm not okay with this. I'm letting you know this is a one-time thing for me. Moving forward, it's not acceptable. It's like y'all want women to just shut up and just accept anything that we get. And then someone else was like, oh, you should be grateful that he was coming to pick you up and he was paying for your tickets. I didn't ask him on a date. I didn't ask him to buy me no tickets. I didn't ask him to come pick me up. He was the one wanting to do each and every one of those things. So clearly it was his pleasure, not mine. Like, I am so confused as to why so many grown-ass adults don't know what setting boundaries are. For those people making comments about, oh, how mature are you jumping out a moving car? Like I said, it was a rolling slow stop in the video, okay? But also, I started to feel unsafe because he started to get aggressive and yelling at me, talking about, who do you think you are? Who do I think you are? I think I'm going to get about this car is who I think I am.
If there was ever a date that you felt uncomfortable with, someone made you feel uncomfortable, like in this situation, on both sides, I'm not taking either side because I wasn't there. If someone is late and it's bothering you that the person is late, don't go. Don't go. Even if you really want to go, I get it, because you're like, oh man, I'm already dressed. I really want to go. Just don't go. Just don't. Because something like this might happen that you'll regret, or worse. Some people are just not good for you at all. You just don't need to be around those people. Some people bring out the bad side in you. They try to provoke you. They have provoking spirits. So it's like, stay away from those people, because you'll find yourself becoming that person, and not in a good way. I know I had to get rid of certain people in my life because they just bring out the worst in you. Because of their provoking spirits. Don't depend on a man for everything on the first date. Like, if you have to get to a certain place, you get there yourself. Don't get in the person's car. And I wouldn't really recommend that anyways. Because it could turn out bad like that. So get yourself an Uber. It's not even that expensive, depending on, meet somewhere that's not far away from where you live. So you don't have to, really come out of pocket. I'm not really big on serial dating anyways, like dating this person, having 4 people and dating them at once. Like, we already said that. Respect yourself, respect your temple. You don't need to be sleeping around with all these people. Not saying that because you're going on dates that you're sleeping around, but you never know where stuff can lead to. That you both should come to agreement with, that you both should just be respectful to one another. That's the main thing. People don't have respect these days. They don't have respect. to where you're both on the level to communicate. If you're not, then don't go on dates. You have to know how to communicate with one another. That's what it comes down to, communication. So maybe she was in a situation before to where that concerned her, you know, when I wasn't there, if he was raising his voice a certain way, maybe she wanted to remove herself from the situation fast before it escalated. I get it. So, I mean, maybe she felt like she had to jump out from the moving vehicle because of previous situations. I'm not saying she was in previous situations before. I'm just trying to understand the situation. This is why she may have taken it to that extreme that people may not understand. So I get it. Enjoy being single, because you being with the wrong person, you will regret it. You'll regret it. Be careful. Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Thank you so much for watching my first video, and I really appreciate the love. Thank you for everyone that commented, everyone that watched. And until next time, this is Janae Sunday Talks, and I'll see you soon. I might do a video tomorrow or the next day, but I'll be back later.